31st December 2025, Wednesday. The last sun of 2025 set this evening. It is just few hours left to step into the year 2026. The whole world is celebrating in these last few hours to welcome the new year 2026 with festivities. Standing on the eve of the new year, I wish to congratulate you all and wish you a prosperous and happy new year. I am Pampa Kuchlan, a member of Hosla, a senior citizen care startup organization, presenting some news which will make you updated to some extent about the world as well as our country. I am reading news from Hosla Radio. Here are the headlines. Fire engulfs 2 coaches of Tatanagar Ernakulam Express. Unnao rape case. Supreme Court stays Delhi High Court's order. Supreme Court intervenes in Aravali Row. Tripura student killed in a racial attack. Dense fog paralyzes Delhi. India denies Dhaka's claim of Hadi killers fleeing across border. Burning homes. Hindu family wakes up to horror in Bangladesh. China-Taiwan tension. Russia says Ukraine tried to attack Putin's residence. Bangladesh's former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia dies aged 80. Coming to details. Fire engulfs 2 coaches of Tatanagar Ernakulam Express train in Andhra Pradesh, kills 1. December 29, 2025, Visakhapatnam. 1 passenger died in a fire which broke out in 2 AC coaches of train number 18189 Tata Ernakulam Express at Elamanchili station under Vijayawada division of South Central Railway in the early hours of Monday, December 29, 2025. The other passengers had a miraculous escape. The train was going from Tatanagar to Ernakulam. It was around 12:45 a.m. when the train was nearing Elamanchili railway station. A passenger noticed fire in one of the AC coaches and pulled the chain, and the train stopped at Elamanchili. He alerted the other passengers and they rushed out to safety, according to sources. A total of 82 passengers were traveling in one of the coaches, while 76 were traveling in the other. Both the coaches B1 and M2 were fully gutted in the fire. The victim was identified as Chandrasekhar Sundar, 75, of Vijayawada, who was traveling in B1 coach. All the other passengers are safe, according to railway sources. Unnao rape case. Supreme Court stays Delhi High Court order granting bail to Kuldeep Sengar, ex-BJP MLA, to remain in jail, December 29, 2025. New Delhi. The Supreme Court on Monday stayed a Delhi High Court order granting bail to former BJP MLA Kuldeep Singh Sengar in connection with the Unnao rape case. A bench comprising CJI Suryakant, Justice J.K. Maheshwari, and Justice A.G. Masi, while hearing a plea challenging suspension of Sengar's sentence, asked the former MLA to file a response within 4 weeks and posted the matter for hearing in the last week of January. Tentatively, we are inclined to stay the order. Generally, the principle is that once a person has walked out, the court does not take away liberty, CJI Kant said. But here the situation is peculiar, since he is inside the jail for another case, he added. This came after the Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) moved the top court following the Delhi High Court's decision to suspend Sengar's life sentence in the rape case. You are listening news from Hosla Radio. Supreme Court intervenes in Aravali Row to hear case on Monday, December 27, 2025. New Delhi. The Supreme Court will hear on Monday a case on the controversial definition of Aravali Hills and other issues linked to it. It took up the matter on its own suo motu. A three-judge bench of the Supreme Court comprising Chief Justice Surya Kanta, Justice J.K. Maheshwari and Justice A.G. Masih will hear the case, which has been listed as the definition of Aravali Hills and mountain ranges and related issues. The Aravali controversy began after the center notified a new definition of Aravali Range, a decision that activists and scientists alleged could open vast stretches of fragile mountain ecosystem to mining. For now, though the Supreme Court has put on hold new leases for mining in the Aravali until a comprehensive management plan for sustainable mining is prepared. After the Supreme Court order, the government also announced a complete stop on new mining leases in Aravalis. I am Indian. Tripura student's last words before he was killed in a racial attack. December 29, 2025, Dehradun. A 24-year-old MBA student from Tripura who confronted a group of men hurling racial slurs at him and his younger brother died in a Dehradun hospital on Friday after fighting for his life over 14 days. The stabbing happened on December 9, minutes after Angel Chakma said, "We are not Chinese, we are Indians. What certificate should we show to prove that?" The 6 men allegedly responded with brutal violence. What began as a regular grocery run to the local market in the Silakui area of Uttarakhand's capital city turned into a fatal confrontation that evening. Angel and his brother Michael, both students of Dehradun, for over a year were stopped and taunted by a group of men who allegedly referred to them in derogatory terms. When Angel calmly stood his ground, the situation turned uglier. Angel suffered serious injuries in his neck and spine. Michael is also injured and still in serious condition. Angel's body was flown to Agartala on Saturday as Tripura erupted in anger. His family was assisted by Pradhat Bikram Manikodev Burma, chairman of Tripura Motha Party and a member of the erstwhile Tripura royal family, who had been in touch with the family since the day of the incident and had supported his medical treatment. Police said that the case was registered on December 12 on a complaint filed by Michael Chakma, 21. 5 of the 6 accused, including 2 juveniles, were apprehended on December 14. Dense fog paralyzes Delhi. Over 120 flights cancelled, nearly 200 delayed. December 29, 2025. New Delhi. Dense fog blanketed Delhi and large parts of North India on Monday, triggering widespread disruption across air and rail networks, with hundreds of flights cancelled or delayed and trains running hours behind schedule, leaving passengers stranded and frustrated. At Indira Gandhi International Airport, at least 128 flights, 64 departures and 64 arrivals were cancelled, while 8 flights were diverted due to low visibility conditions. Nearly 200 flights were delayed, with an average departure delay of around 24 minutes, according to flight tracking website Flight Radar 24. India denies Dhaka's claim of Hadi killers fleeing across border. Shillong, 28 December. The Meghalaya Police and Border Security Force BSF have rubbished claims made by Dhaka Metropolitan Police DMP that two of the prime suspects in the Sharif Osman Hadi murder case have fled to Meghalaya. Bangladesh media quoting Additional Police Commissioner Crime and Operations of DMP SN Nazrul Islam said the two suspects Faisal Karim Masood and Alamgir Sheikh had crossed over the Meghalaya through Haluaghat border under Bangladesh's Mymensingh district shortly after shooting Hadi on 12 December 2025. Terming Nazrul's statement as a false propaganda, Inspector General of BSF Meghalaya Frontier O.P. Upadhyay said the borders are sealed and the troops are on the highest alert due to the current hostile situation in Bangladesh. There is no evidence to suggest that any individual crossed the international border from the Haluaghat sector into Meghalaya, he said. Burning homes, locked doors, Hindu family wakes up to horror in Bangladesh, December 29, 2025. At least 5 houses of Hindu family were set on fire in Dumritala village in Muslim-dominated nation's Firozpur district in what is suspected to be targeted attack on minorities. The incident occurred on December 28, over a week after 29-year-old garment worker Deepu Chandra Das was attacked by a mob, lynched, and his body set on fire over blasphemy allegations in Mymensingh on December 18. According to local authorities, the exact cause of the fire has not yet been confirmed. All 8 members of the 2 affected families managed to escape by cutting through tin sheets and bamboo fencing. However, their houses and belongings were completely charred to ashes, along with their pets who were killed. China-Taiwan tension. China's military to conduct justice mission 2025. December 29, 2025, the Chinese military said on Monday it was dispatching air, navy and rocket troops to conduct joint military drills around Taiwan, a move it called stern warning against separatist and external interference forces. The drills came after Beijing expressed anger at a statement by Japan's Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi that its military could get involved if China were to take action against Taiwan, the self-governing island that the world's second biggest economy says must come under its rule. But the Chinese military did not mention Japan in its statement on Monday, December 29, 2025 morning. Taiwan, an island off the southeastern coast of China, separated from the mainland in 1949 amid civil war. It was operated since then with its own government, though the mainland's government claims it as sovereign territory. Russia says Ukraine tried to attack Putin's residence, but Kyiv says Moscow is lying. Moscow, December 29, Reuters. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Monday that Ukraine had tried to attack President Vladimir Putin's residence in northern Russia, and so Moscow's negotiating position would be reviewed, but Ukraine said it was a lie. Russia said Ukraine attacked the presidential residence in the Novgorod region overnight with 91 long-range drones, which were all destroyed by Russian air defenses. No one was injured and there was no damage, Lavrov said. Bangladesh's former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia dies aged 80. 30th December 2025. Bangladesh's first female Prime Minister Khaleda Zia has died at hospital in the country's capital Dhaka after a prolonged illness, according to her party and local media. In a statement on Tuesday, the Bangladesh National Party BNP said Khaleda Zia died at 6 a.m. local time 0000 GMT. She was 80 years old. Winter season is running. It has been a very cold winter this year and the people are in a difficult situation. Many people are falling ill due to the winter outbreak. Take care of yourself and stay away from cold related illness. I am ending here today. Stay blessed and happy. Good